Hi everybody, Ken from Oz here, and well, yes, it's been a long time, and I'm just going to go through my 2019 setup for this year, and a little bit of reducing down what I've been using. So for those who have followed my videos, you might want to forward on to a little bit further on, but those who have not seen this before, I'll quickly run through what I've got. So I have a Filofax Malden, and I've modified it, my famous clip, and just got the cobbler to place that on. And inside is a ringless system, and it's an ochre Malden. I have a pencil here and just some very, very brief stamps and a couple of little things, but not too much at all. And a week on 2 pages Moleskine. I had to think of that. I was going to say Malden. So I've been using this for a couple of years now, and you'll notice here that the ring's gone, and I've just reduced down my everyday carry to simply one Moleskine. And I'll talk about what I've got in the back pocket in a little while. But what I'm going to do is quickly show you my outline of what I'm using. So I have a tendency not to decorate very much, but you will notice that I've got some black and white theme washi tapes, and that's two purposes, because the top of the pages tend to fray when I'm using it continually throughout the week. And also, I do like the little bit of decoration, but not too much. So I'm not a huge decoration fan. And as you can see, my theme is black and white with a little bit of brown here and there. So what I'd like to do is show you basically my outline, and I've got the last couple of weeks of 2018, which I'll just show you and how I run it. It's a bit of a hybrid bullet journal, and on this side is my calendar, and I go from Monday to Saturday down here, and I modify because I do a lot on the weekends, so I actually draw a line here and write Sunday, and I white out the date there. So um, I have my timetabling things here, and for each day I usually just do 4 check boxes. Some days, for instance, there wasn't much to do, or I didn't do the check boxes. I do it as I go for what I need. And then on this side is my list of to-do lists, and I utilize the sticky highlighter strips, which I think I got from Daiso, and I put a few up there just to bring them forward when I cross things out. And down below on this is a very small dot point to buy list, things that I need to buy, and that's about it. And then I've just been following that. So that was the 17th to the 23rd of December. And then, of course, I splashed out with some colour for Christmas week. Went a little bit skew with my, it looks like a spine there, so I don't mind it. And then just my time schedule, my daily to-do, things to remember. Some of them which are here are also here, depending on how urgent they are. I'll highlight them. And then, of course, the Sunday again, and things to buy at the shop, or things that I need, plus reminders, or a list of things to do there. And then, of course, the final week of December, which was just the Monday, and then a list, a bit more detail. And I spent the last week going over, making sure that I have crossed a lot of things out, brought things forward, and then this went into the new Moleskine. So that's basically it. So a lot of things to buy that I needed for the new year. You'll notice here I've just put a little charm that I just hot glue gunned onto the end of the ribbon that comes with the Moleskine. And on the last pages, and I didn't do much here because it's a manual transfer, but occasionally things will come up that I need to remember. So I just wrote 2019 transfer and a couple of points there. I tended to fill this up more, but it is only there if I really need it. And of course, some important bits and pieces there. But that's about it. And then on the other side here is just a little dump section. I was toying with the idea of maybe drawing up my own week on one page instead of having to create a Sunday down the bottom, but I worked out just by doing it physically and also just changing the dates that it was taking too much time. And then I use post-it notes a lot, and so this is my post-it note dump where I've measured things or taken notes if I'm going to modify something, and like for instance I'm going to modify a cupboard and also my shed, and so I've just got little notes there. And then that's basically it. Oh, and a few little tax items that I've just written here, which I won't show you. And again, some notes. And at the back, my ruler, which I use to create the center line. If you can see, it's probably a bit better there. And I just sort of put a very, very brief line through there. Or occasionally when I'm in a hurry, I'll just fold it a bit like that, and that gives me that sort of place where I can do my check boxes. And I've just cut that down. That was an ordinary ruler. I'm sure you can buy half size rulers, but it was the right width for me. And that's basically it. The pen I use is a 3-pen style fit from uni. We get that at Officeworks in Australia, and I have a 1.0 which I use for ruling really thick lines. I have a 0.28 which I use for my everyday writing. My notes, I like it quite fine. And then I have also a 0.38 which sometimes I use for the check boxes, but I just very rarely use that one. So it's usually 0.28 for my everyday notes and my 1.0 for my thicker ruling of lines. And that's basically it. So, oh, my pen loop, which I destroyed many years ago, and I got a stretchy one that was placed there by the local cobbler as well. So, and those in Australia, Mr. Minute, and so on. So what are the changes for 2019? Well, in the back, I have, these are some papers, medical forms that I would keep, and they stay there, that's fine. But I was separating out some, I won't show you everything, but I had a field notes book which I would write bills and pay my accounts. And because my money is mostly digital now, I actually don't need this anymore. So, whoop, that's gone. So really, I'm going to just place in my Malden the new 2019 Moleskine Pocket soft cover, which is right here, totally unopened. So that's basically it. Now, how does this fit in and stay secure? Well, in fact, Moleskine has this quite large, if I pull it out at the back, large pocket at the very end and a rubber band that holds it together, and that's for storing things. And I've never ever used that, but it actually creates a thicker cover which slides into the back part of the Malden quite well, and I just shove it across and so on, and that's basically it. Now, at the end of the year with all of the washi tape, it does get a little bit thick. I don't mind that look. It's used. It's you can see all the washi tape there, different types. I do have in the front post-it notes and also sticky notes. And then there's a whole lot of wasted pages of calendar. I've got some ideas for that, but I'm going to leave that for another video. I don't usually use this year at a view or month at a view calendar. It's just way too tiny to write anything worthwhile. I do have a birthday page which I have put out so I can know who's got birthdays and so on. And I use that frequently because I send birthday cards, and then basically that. And so this is the first week of January, and as you can see, my format hasn't changed at all, except I've started using check boxes here instead of just little dots, and that's basically all I'm doing. I did toy halfway through the year with placing some Sunday stickers there, but I gave up during the year because basically writing it very quickly by hand, and I'm quite neat, I guess, was easier for me. So that's going to be the 2019 Malden Diary with the Moleskine insert for me. I will find that it's probably a little bit thinner, and that's not a bad thing for me. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to wish you a happy new year. I'm going to try and post more videos, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.